My next guest is coming off an impressive victory over Josh Quinlan, UFC 298, back on February 17th. It is Danny Barlow back here on the program. Danny, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling, man. Enjoying the freedom of peace right now, man. Enjoying chilling, sleeping, eating good.
Yeah, for sure. I bet it was a tough camp going into that UFC debut, but congrats on the win. What an impressive victory that was. Were there any jitters going in there? It didn't look like it, but obviously I'm sure you can tell us after the fact.
Man, I mean, just the opportunity alone, like, it's a crazy opportunity. It's definitely like, one of them type of things to where you it's gonna have nerves in it. It's gonna have, that feeling of nervousness, those jitters is gonna be there. It's just, the controlling it was different. It was harder to control it. This time, it wasn't just a fight. It was the stadium. It was the crowd. It was the opportunity. It was just a crazy time. Just a crazy show.
How did the fight play out compared to what you thought it would play out? Like, did the fight play out how you thought it would, or was there anything that maybe surprised you in the fight at all?
I'm gonna be honest. It definitely it didn't play out the way I wanted it to because I had to change the game plan up in the first round because I had to change the game plan up in the first round because I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So it played out as far as the finish. Like we was looking for the finish or whatever, but it was a lot of things that changed up with the game plan.
What about Josh specifically was surprising in the fight? Was there anything about him that maybe you weren't expecting?
I mean, I didn't underestimate him at all. He was, he was like everything I did expect, everything I trained for. He was tough. I knew he was gonna be tough. I knew I was expecting him to hit like a truck, and he hit hard. You know what I'm saying? I tried not to show it, but and I wasn't, and I couldn't really focus on staying too long. I couldn't stay out of the pocket because I had to. Like the adjustments I made in the fight, I wanted to stay in boxing range. So I did want to actually, slug with him and see who can just take the most damage. And, so I had to change the game plan up to that. But he definitely hit like a truck for real.
So you get the victory, first UFC win. How did you celebrate after the fight?
Man, pretty much like we couldn't do too much. Went to the hospital, celebrated there when my coach just talked about it, then came back and kind of chill with the family and the team and just watch the rest of the fights. And like I said, we probably gonna do something this weekend or something like that out here in Memphis. But yeah, it was just like the hospital visit kind of slowed down everything, so we couldn't really do too much.
I was going to say there's a lot of people, I'm sure, who support you. You have a lot of fans. What was the feedback like after that first win? I'm sure you got a lot of texts and calls and all that different stuff.
I'm gonna be telling. The contender series. After the contender series, it took me like 3 months to reply to everybody. So, and it's like triple that. It's like triple time that. So I'm gonna get to work on that, as much as possible and put this. But I feel like it was what everybody was waiting on. It was basically, a lot of people that was on the team that was waiting to see how real it was, and the people that haven't jumped on that bandwagon yet was like, man, we that was waiting on that moment to believe in us. So it's like, yeah, we got a lot of genuine people, a lot of people I feel like, could have been, been on on that train, but I feel like it definitely everybody still got the same. Woke up to the same answer that it was legit. That the law school MMA, the Memphis, Tennessee got that type of potential coming out of it, and that type of talent that's here. So yeah, so everybody woke up with the same like truth. But yeah, it was like everybody reaction was just it was good. I can say that coming from my hometown and my family and my team, it was good.
Yeah, it was a great performance. Everyone really enjoyed it. And, of course, that was part of a much bigger card. It was a really good pay-per-view, UFC 298. Did you get a chance to watch the main event? If so, what did you think of Ilia Topuria knocking out Volkanovski?
I watched it, man, and I just feel like that damage do catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like after you get knocked out and finished, you basically even if you as a person, your pride and attitude feel like you can overcome it, you have to give your body some time to recover. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like after that he fought he fought for the 155 title, and he got that head kick, that short notice that happened. I feel like he paid for it in this fight because I just feel like the damage that he wasn't ready for what Tapora, really had, coming in the fight. And he, it was way faster and stronger than he probably expected him to be. And he couldn't afford to do the things he was doing. He was coming out with his chin up. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of mistakes that I said. A lot of it wasn't even mistakes. It's just the fact that it's some stuff that affected him that probably wouldn't affect it. The volcanosity, like in the without the fight he just had with the loss with the 155 title. Like, it probably wouldn't have affected those punches, probably wouldn't have did nothing to the old vote. But the fact that he did get knocked out and he have had his last two fights, last fight's been some wars. I feel like he just didn't give himself enough time to really recover from it.
Yeah, well said. And then just the other fight I was going to ask you about, because obviously it's your division. Ian Garry and Jeff Neal. Did you happen to see that fight? Because that's one I'm sure you're keeping an eye on.
I was doing Jeff Neal count, and I feel like I knew how he was going to finish that fight if he finished it, and I knew that what Ian Garry was going to do, and that's what it played out exactly how I knew Ian. I just feel like Jeff let Ian control the basically, he let Ian control everything. You know what I'm saying? The handshakes, the attitude, the vibe, the energy of it. I feel like he just let Ian control everything about the fight, and I feel like that's what when they got in the fight, like he'll be a good punch, then he'll shake his hand or he'll give him some dab. I'm like, it's just like the zone. I just feel like Jeff could have knocked him out. I feel like Jeff definitely could have knocked him out. I just feel like on Ian Garris, I just feel like he ran like he a runner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a long fighter and I fight long, but at the same time, it's the difference between fighting long and running. He's been a run. He's a runner. I don't feel like he have that button. I don't feel like he have that button at all. You can say the fight when he fought against Neil Magny. You know what I'm saying? He had Neil Magny leg on the first 30 seconds and he couldn't finish that fight. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I just feel like it played out the way, no finish. It went to decision and Jeff couldn't catch him. You know what I'm saying? Jeff couldn't catch him. He couldn't catch him. That's all they looked like. He was chasing a rabbit the whole fight. I feel like I feel like I just feel like it was just one of them type of fights. Like, you can't say too much about it. I knew how hard Jeff worked for it, and he didn't take. It's like it wasn't a loss, and it wasn't a win for now on them.
Yeah. Just last question. I know you got to go to get your doctor's appointment and all that. I know you mentioned about celebrating a bit this weekend. What else you got planned for the rest of the week? Because I know you put a lot into camp. Sometimes you don't have time to do other things, so I'm sure you're going to get to stuff this week.
Man, pretty much, bro. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna do a little shopping around, man, for the family. Going visit my mom, and like I said, have a couple of meetings with the team. Like, every time I travel, I have a traveling team that come with me, and I like to talk to everybody individually. Get with everybody, talk to them individually, and focus on what they need done. Because it's all about me. You know what I'm saying? My fight counts. Everybody calling me, you good. So I basically return the favor to where, I call everybody, and see what they need, man. But I'm just gonna buy some stuff from the family, man. It's just like show my appreciation to everybody that came out, because it wasn't a drive. It was a lot of flights, a lot of money in this trip. And we had the team came, my grandma, my mom came, my sister came. So we had a lot of people that actually invested in. And taking our time to come out there and like for 2-3 days, you know what I'm saying, to spend time with me. So I'm gonna just check with everybody. We're just gonna have fun, get some, show some appreciation to the family.
Awesome. Congrats on the win, Danny. What a fight that was. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
I want everybody, thank all my sponsors for a discount. I want to thank Major League Mechanicals, SR, Southern Roofing and Renovation. I want to thank my law school MMA, my team, God Body Fitness and Nutrition, my gym. I want to thank, my family, my friends, my supporters, 100%. Thank the whole Memphis, Tennessee. Thank UFC for the opportunities. Thank you, man, for the interview, man, reaching out.